Let's take a look at some clips of how Ruby Franke treated her family over the years. And remember, these clips were when she had a camera rolling for her show 8 Passengers on YouTube. We don't know what the life of these children was like behind closed doors. Let's first listen to how Ruby Franke speaks about herself when she's on her podcast with Jody Hildebrand.
I was a hugely disconnected, selfish, aggressive, neglectful mother.
Entitled.
I wanted my kids to be happy, which AKA translated into, I want my kids to get off my back. Because I want to do what I want to do. I want to be able to go to Target. I want to be able to shop. I want to be able to have a moment of silence where I can just think. It was all about me.
She also addressed on the podcast her reasons why she shut down her YouTube channel. This is what she had to say.
You wonder where I've been on my vlogs. You wonder why I left YouTube. It's to save my kids. No amount of money. I'm telling you, I was making millions. And I left it because my kids were being hurt. With entitlement, they were being hurt. With people's advice, and they didn't have a mother up the front saying, I don't care what the world's opinion is. This is the truth, and this is where I stand. And fortunately, I had a chance. I had them in my home long enough to do it, and I'm not going to lose.
There are numerous clips on our 8 Passengers show as well, with Ruby Franke withholding food from her children or talking about it like food is a privilege.
You're torturing him. Stop it. I know you're not, but it looks like you are. Hey, Russell. I'm only going to say it one more time, and then you're going to lose the privilege to eat.
I find a lot really disturbing in this next clip. This clip is of her youngest, Eve, when she's in school. She's about 5 or 6 years old. The teacher contacts Ruby saying that Eve has no lunch. And this is what Ruby says.
I just got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch, and it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said, Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. And hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
This next clip is 12-year-old Russell, who is the one who actually climbed out of Jody Hildebrand's home and went to a neighbor's saying he was hungry, thirsty, and had the duct tape and rope burns and lacerations. Russell in this clip is yelling in the background saying that there's no food in his home.
There's nothing to eat?
Yeah, I need to go to the store. Stop. Just stop.
It's true.
Just stop. No, that is not true.
In one episode of 8 Passengers, Chad and Ruby are sitting down having a conversation, and they're talking about the fact that Chad had his bedroom taken from him for 7 months. He ended up having to sleep on a beanbag chair, and it was all because he played a prank on his younger brother, Russell. In this next clip, Chad is actually having a conversation and saying that he has no clothes left because his mother got mad and donated them to charity.
Look, when I went to Anasazi, Mom got mad and there were a ton of clothes on my floor, so she donated all the clothes that were on the floor. So I came home to like 3 pairs of pants and like 5 shirts.
I want you to pay attention to Russell's face in this next clip. Russell turns around and has what I believe is a complete look of fear on his face when he realizes the mood that his mother's in. She ended up giving him a hard time because he had a pair of socks on his lawn.
I'm going to go get dressed for football.
You're going to have to go find your shorts. Oh, did you see the socks you threw at the side of the garden? And you are not going anywhere unless you pick up your junk. You've got crap strewn all around. No, so you see, now I'm using bad language. That's how bad of a mood I'm in. You get your socks picked up, and don't you leave your stuff out anymore. Right over there. Run and go pick them up. And then give me 10 push-ups. Put them in your pocket so you can take them down to the hamper and drop and give me 10.
1.
Put your hands straight out. They're in. They're not supposed to be out. Shape your hands forward. There you go.
Those are just a few of the controversial clips that people had an issue with on her show, 8 Passenger. As you know, Ruby Franke has been arrested. Her husband, Kevin Frankie, has made a statement that he wants to keep the kids together and that that's the main priority. Everyone is asking, though, why would he get custody of the children when they were still together during all of these filmings?